The future already exists, the incredible technologies only China has built. There is a common assumption in the West that the future will be invented somewhere else,
Maybe in Silicon Valley, maybe in Europe,
maybe by the next generation of American tech giants. But what if the future is already here?
and what if it's being built thousands of miles away?
Because while much of the world debates what the future might look like, one country has spent the last 2 decades quietly constructing it. Not in theory,
Not in laboratories,
but at massive scale across entire cities,
across entire industries.
across the daily lives of hundreds of millions of people. That country is China. Today, China is home to some of the most advanced technological systems ever created. Systems so large and so integrated that many visitors struggle to believe they actually exist. From the world's largest high-speed rail network to cashless megacities, AI-powered infrastructure, autonomous ports, and manufacturing facilities that resemble science fiction, China has become a living experiment in what the future might look like. And whether you admire it or fear it, one thing is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. The technological gap between what many people imagine China to be and what China has actually become is enormous, because modern China is no longer simply manufacturing the future.
It is building it.
To understand how this happened, we need to go back a few decades. Because China's rise may be one of the most ambitious technological transformations in human history. For much of the 20th century, China was not seen as a technology powerhouse. It was largely viewed as a developing nation. Its economy remained relatively isolated. Its infrastructure lagged behind much of the developed world. Its technological capabilities were limited. Few people imagined that within a single generation, China would challenge some of the most advanced economies on Earth. Yet that is exactly what happened. Beginning in the late 20th century, China embarked on one of the largest economic modernization efforts ever attempted. Factories multiplied, cities expanded, infrastructure projects accelerated, universities produced millions of engineers, research spending exploded, technology became a national priority. And unlike many countries that focused on isolated innovation hubs, China pursued something different.
Scale. Extraordinary scale.
Because in China, success is often measured not by what can be demonstrated in a prototype, but by what can be deployed across an entire nation. This philosophy transformed the country's technological landscape. And nowhere is that transformation more visible than transportation. Imagine boarding a train in one Chinese city and arriving hundreds of miles away in just a few hours, not on an airplane, on a train. China has built the largest high-speed rail network in human history. More than all other countries combined, thousands of miles of track connect major cities, industrial hubs, and economic centers. Many trains routinely travel at speeds exceeding 300 kilometers per hour. The result is something remarkable. Entire regions that once felt distant now function almost like a single metropolitan area. Travel that previously consumed a full day can often be completed before lunch. The economic impact has been enormous. People move more efficiently, businesses operate more effectively, opportunities become accessible to larger populations. The network has fundamentally reshaped the geography of modern China, but transportation is only the beginning. Because perhaps the most surprising experience for many foreign visitors is China's digital ecosystem. In many parts of the world, people still carry wallets. Cash remains common. Credit cards remain important. China largely skipped several stages of that evolution. Instead, hundreds of millions of people adopted mobile payments at astonishing speed. Today, daily life in many Chinese cities revolves around smartphones, buying food, ordering transportation, paying utility bills, booking appointments, sending money, accessing services. Everything happens through integrated digital platforms. The level of convenience can feel almost futuristic. For many younger Chinese consumers, physical cash has become increasingly rare. Entire sections of the economy operate digitally. And because these systems developed rapidly and at scale, China created one of the world's most advanced digital payment ecosystems. Then there are the cities themselves. Modern Chinese megacities increasingly function as technology platforms. Artificial intelligence assists traffic management. Sensors monitor infrastructure. Data systems optimize transportation networks. Smart logistics coordinate deliveries. Public services become increasingly digitized. The goal is not simply technological advancement. The goal is efficiency, and nowhere is efficiency more important than logistics. Consider China's ports. Many people never think about ports, yet they are among the most important pieces of infrastructure in the global economy. Every day, millions of products move through vast shipping networks connecting continents. China operates some of the busiest ports on Earth. Increasingly, these facilities rely on automation. Autonomous vehicles transport containers. AI systems optimize operations. Crane systems operate with minimal human intervention. The scale is staggering. Some facilities process enormous volumes of cargo with levels of automation that would have seemed impossible just a generation ago. And this technological transformation extends into manufacturing. For years, critics dismissed China as simply the world's factory, a place that assembled products designed elsewhere. That description is becoming increasingly outdated. Today, many Chinese factories are among the most advanced manufacturing facilities in existence. Robotics, machine vision, artificial intelligence, automated quality control, advanced production systems. These technologies allow factories to produce goods at extraordinary speed and precision. Some facilities operate with surprisingly few workers compared to their size. Machines coordinate with machines. Systems communicate with systems. The result is a manufacturing ecosystem that continues to evolve rapidly. And nowhere is this evolution more visible than electric vehicles. Only a few years ago, many Western consumers had never heard of Chinese electric vehicle companies. Today, Chinese manufacturers have become major players in one of the world's most important industries.
Massive battery investments, aggressive innovation, scale manufacturing.
Government support all contributed to rapid growth. The country now produces large numbers of electric vehicles and batteries, helping shape the future of transportation globally. Yet perhaps the most fascinating aspect of China's technological rise isn't any single invention, it's integration. Many countries possess advanced technologies. China's unique strength lies in combining technologies at scale. Transportation networks connect to digital systems, manufacturing connects to logistics, artificial intelligence connects to infrastructure. The ecosystem becomes interconnected, and interconnected systems often generate advantages that isolated innovations cannot. This is one reason why China's technological development attracts so much attention internationally. It represents a different model. Rather than focusing solely on breakthrough inventions, China often emphasizes implementation, deployment, scaling, optimization, execution. In many cases, the challenge is no longer whether technology works. The challenge is whether it can be integrated into society. China has become exceptionally effective at answering that question. Of course, this transformation has also generated debate. Supporters argue that advanced technology improves efficiency, convenience, and economic growth. Critics raise concerns about privacy, surveillance, and data collection. These discussions are important because every technological system reflects choices. Choices about governance, choices about trade-offs, choices about priorities. The future is never simply technological, it is also political, social, economic, human, and China is helping shape those conversations. Whether the rest of the world follows the same path remains uncertain, but the influence of China's technological rise is already visible. Countries study its infrastructure projects, businesses analyze its manufacturing systems, researchers examine its innovations, competitors respond to its advances. The world is paying attention because technology increasingly determines economic power, and economic power increasingly determines global influence. This brings us to a larger question. What does the future actually look like? For decades, science fiction imagined flying cars and robotic cities. The reality may be different. The future may not arrive through a single revolutionary invention. It may emerge through thousands of interconnected systems quietly improving everyday life. Faster transportation, smarter logistics, more efficient manufacturing, better digital services, integrated infrastructure. In many ways, that future is already being built. And much of it is happening in China. Whether one views this development with admiration, skepticism, or concern, one fact remains undeniable. China has become one of the most important technological laboratories in human history.
Its cities, its infrastructure, its factories,
Its transportation systems, its digital platforms, together they offer a glimpse into what the coming decades may look like. The future is no longer a distant concept. In many places it is already here, and increasingly it speaks Chinese.